Hello, thank you for coming, beautiful people. This is our 31st anniversary in a way. Last year we had a big celebration because it was 30 years since our group started in Howard County, Maryland as Howard County Friends of Central America. And the reason why our group started that was to oppose US policies of war in Central America. Since then, the group has evolved, and because we have so many problems all over Latin America, the group was actually up to the beginning of last year, Howard County Friends of Latin America. And at the suggestion of one of our members who is not from Howard County, and several of our members are not, we decided to change our name to Friends of Latin America. So we have dropped the Howard County because we want everybody to join us, regardless of what county they come from. Thank you so much for being here. Thank you for the delicious dishes that were available to us. This is a wonderful tradition here in the United States, the potlucks. It's something that we don't have in Latin America. I have tried to tell my family about it in Ecuador, but they say if somebody invites, it's on them to provide everything. So we have not been able to do that. This is a great tradition. If you see around in the room, and in the back of with the food, we even have some food all the way from Japan. So where's our Japanese new member? There we are. Thank you, thank you. It's wonderful to see that we believe in the same principles of peace, justice, and equal rights for all of us, regardless of where we come from. This is an event that celebrates the UN Declaration of Human Rights. There are 30 chapters. This evening we are going to have an evening to celebrate, because there are so many negative things happening that we need to have a good, happy spirit to continue to make a better world. Because angry people don't make a better world. Is that right? I want to thank some of our core volunteers who are very dedicated. Our group is a very small core group of grassroots volunteers. We rely on our own funding and our own resources in order to try to make a difference. I want to list some of them, not because there were so many others, but I want to list Francine, Marina, Norma, Joy, Nicole, who just joined us, and she is a wonderful new young person, because we need young people. Nicole, stand up. Talking about Nicole, she's helping us tonight with a raffle. There's a table right here to my right-hand side that has some beautiful items. The tickets are $1 each or $5 for $3. I hope you share with us. The funds that we raise tonight will go to cover some of our expenses, but primarily to support Rumisonco. Rumisonco is a wonderful group of musicians, originally from Bolivia, but now with their kids as well, as part of the group, who have been working with us, supporting our work with music, because that's the international language of peace and understanding. And so the funds that we raise will primarily go to support Rumisonco's work. I want to introduce Reverend Dr. Barbara Sands, who is the director of the Howard County Office of Human Rights. The Office of Human Rights has helped us, has supported by providing this space that is available to all of us free of charge. And it's so wonderful to know that Dr. Sands supports the work that we do. If you could come up, Dr. Sands, and say a few words, please.
Good evening. The food is delicious, and I ate a lot. So I want to thank all of you for being here and for your contributions. I bring you greetings on behalf of our county exec, Alan H. Kittleman. I know that he would love to have been here to taste the delicious food and to share in the fellowship. It's wonderful to see the unity in here. All of us come together with all of our differences, and yet we come together as one tonight. We come together celebrating our differences, celebrating our past, and looking forward to the future. And I look forward to working with you. It's an honor to be able to work with Leslie. It's an honor to be able to work with you. God bless all of you. Looking forward to seeing you at many other events.
So if you haven't had a chance to look around, we have some old literature that I highly recommend that you look at, you look through, and most of it is for free because my husband told me that he doesn't want to take that back into our house. But joking aside, it's information that may sound old, but for example, one book that's available there was produced by Epica, I guess 20 some years ago, and it's the history of Archbishop Romero. It's a beautiful book because it's excerpts of people who knew Romero in El Salvador from the time when he was not on the side of the Salvadoran people. And the accounts that people give in that book show his transformation once he started suffering and seeing for himself the repression against the people of El Salvador. It's a beautiful book. I highly recommend it. You can give us $1 or $2, whatever you want, but I highly recommend it. Take it with you. And of course, tonight, the long-promised CD by Rumi Sonko entitled Añoranzas. We've been asking Rumi Sonko for these for several years, and 2 years ago, Carlos made a promise that he would have it. So we have them here for sale. They are $20. They are at the end of the table. Please take one. And now we are going to start with a very short read. We wanted to have students who are undocumented be present with us because, as you know, we go through surges of picking on somebody, and we normally try to pick on the weakest. And this is no exception. We're now picking on undocumented young people who came here with their parents many times as little kids, and many of them don't even remember their homeland. Now they are part of us. And with the administration that we have, they are trying to set up laws that criminalize them. So we are going to have first Tamara Dowding. Tamara is from Guyana, English speaking. Tamara, can you come up? Guyana, as you know, is part of Latin America. And she's going to read a couple of excerpts, articles from the Declaration of Human Rights. I have a correction. She is not going to read the articles. She's going to talk a little bit about her experience coming here to the U.S.
Good evening, everyone. My name is Tamara Dowding. I am currently a senior at Centennial High School. I moved here from Guyana, South America, in February of this year. I was very excited to come here because, I've heard about all these things and seen it on TV, and where I'm from, it's very diverse. Like my group of friends, we were very diverse, and everybody there is so friendly and nice. And so coming here, I was like expecting the same thing. So I came here, and like it was totally different. Like everyone, was like minding their own business, and like they weren't as like friendly as I like expected. So coming here, like I drifted to people who looked like me, and not people who like share the same, like share the same interests as me. So I was very forlorn, and I'm so nervous. Yes. So I was very sad, and I would like be at home. I would want to go back to my country, and so I believe God takes you out your comfort zone. So I just went back to school this year, 12th grade, and I'm like, I'm not gonna be with people just because they look like me. And I went back alone, and I made friends who shared my interests, and now I'm friends with people from all over the world, and I'm very grateful for coming here. I know some people who they can't make it here. It's difficult to come over to America and get all the opportunities that I can now have. And yes, so this all ties in with Article 1 of the Universal Declaration of Human Rights. It says, all human beings are born free and equal in dignity and rights. They are endowed with reason and conscience and should act towards one another in a spirit of brotherhood. Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you so much. So with that, we are going to go to music by Rumi Sonko. Enjoy it. Thanks.